Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Unless it's your first time, then welcome. Please consider subscribing. If you do, hit the notification bell, get all your updates. We're excited for today's video. The beer is courtesy of Hot Butcher for the World. Thanks so much, guys. I really appreciate it. And I knew I wanted to do a Hot Butcher beer today. And I was like, which one should I drink? And I've seen a few people have posted their reviews for this. So I'm like, well, I want to watch their reviews. So who are the Nerd Sense guys? Brad Allison I saw had posted. Matt might have. I saw there was at least three I saw. I'm like, man, okay, I guess I gotta drink this one. So it's IPA Your Way, Citrus, Simcoe, and Amarillo hopped plus Phantasm. It's an IPA at 7% ABV, and it's a collab with Half Acre, which is cool because that's they're going in. Hot Butcher's going into their old brewery, which is really cool. So a little passing of the torch, if you will. I have not looked at the tasting notes. I've kind of gotten the habit. I've really enjoyed it, actually. Kind of like, what do I think of the beer? What notes am I getting? And then seeing if I sync up to them or not. Super curious about the Phantasm. Like, you know, I think it's almost like steroids. Like, it's like, here's what the beer is, and then just kind of like oomphs it. Not necessarily giving it newness. But I might be mistaken. I would love, in a perfect world, to try a beer that's brewed the exact same, but one has the Phantasm, one doesn't, to kind of see what the difference is. But anyway, maybe I should have thrown a little bit harder of a pour on there. Not much of a head. It's a little off-white, kind of like bone white, small bubbles, and then the beer itself has this nice, like, orange, a little bit yellow, but orange, kind of reminded me of, well, not, okay, never mind. I was going to say like dried apricot. That's a little bit more intense of an orange than this is. This one has too much yellow mixed in with it. Definitely looks like, you know, New England style, but it's definitely a little different looking than some of the other ones I've had lately, so that's kind of cool. It's interesting. It's both, I feel like it's both more orangey and more yellowy than some of the beers that I've had lately, where I almost always say some combination of orange and yellow. Anyway, let's get into the aroma. Speaking of orange, I get a very sweet orange citrus. There's definitely some classic IPA vibes, so that's cool. Not full on dank, but there's a little bit of that. It's pretty ripe fruit, but it's not pineapple. I'm thinking it's, well, I was going to say, I think it's a little bit more tropical. The second I said that, I did kind of get like a little peachy apricot thing. Yeah. Yeah, like a nice peach and apricot. I'm not, yeah, for some reason it's kind of just like generically tropical to me. I'm not getting specific tropical notes. I'm not getting pineapple, lychee, mango, papaya. Like, I'm not getting those things, but then it's also like making me think, oh, it's kind of tropical. But yeah, definitely like ripe fruit is coming through. But yeah, then there is this like underlying old school IPA vibe, which I'm I'm all here for that. Let's get into the taste. Cheers. Thanks again, Hot Butcher. There's a nice bitterness for a while. Like, a lot of these beers lately, for me, it's like decent sweetness, then the bitterness kicks in. This one just kind of has that bitterness interwoven the whole time to me. That's why I took a second sip. There's a little bit of like candy. I don't want to say, I recently bought some strawberry Twizzlers. It's not that flavor, but it's kind of like a hop candy flavor. So not, and it is a little citrusy. So it's not like distinctively. There is fruity notes, but then there's like these notes that are not distinctively fruity, but are like these hop candy notes. And I've had that experience before in beers. It's just been a while since I've had a beer that made me think that. I could see some melon in this beer. And then there's I'm associating it with orange, and there's definitely orange. But there's this other fruit. Yeah, it's apricot-y. Okay, add apricot to my list of tasting notes, but then there's still this other thing. Man, it's like just annoyingly sticking to that just enough to bother me. Man, what is that? It's in the fruit world. Or fruity things. Yeah, it's like this melon. It's like this honeydew melon thing. Okay, so what they say. Ripe orange, right there with you. So I explicitly said I'm not getting mango. I made you do say juicy mango. And then lush tropical. So, so that makes me feel good. So, I think this happened in the last Hot Butcher one too, where I was 2 for 3, where I had the same tasting notes. I think I had a couple in a row where I was 3 for 3 with what they said. Yeah, I don't think that other thing is mango I'm getting. So Citra, yeah, I mean, Citra, my holy trinity, and if you watch enough of my reviews, you know it's coming. Orange, mango, and peach. Maybe attached to some of that. What I'm thinking is apricot, maybe a little bit of a peach thing. Fair enough. But yeah, mango, I'm not getting this. Simcoe can kick out a lot of different things. I'm not getting like cat pee, but I think Simcoe's what's giving me those old school IPA vibes. And then Amarillo, I think it's just another kind of, typically like another version of orange, right? So maybe that's, like earlier when I was drinking it, I was saying like it's orange, but there's like this other thing attached to it, which I think I said actually a couple times with things in this review. It is a cohesive beer, despite me, maybe that makes sense. Like, it's this thing, and then something's attached to it. Like, that's kind of what this beer drinks like, is, like I was saying earlier, it doesn't have like the sweetness, then bitterness to me. It's just kind of like that sensation the whole time. Not in a one-note way, but like very much in a cohesive, this beer is just what it is way, if that makes sense. Tell you what, I'm really excited to see what the other people have said about this beer and see how close our notes are. Have you had this beer before? Have you had anything from Hot Butcher or Half Acre lately? Any other collabs come to mind that you've had lately? Anything, everything, comment section below. Let's get a conversation going. Once you're done doing that, make sure you check them out on Instagram and Untapped. There's no hype beer reviews at both those places. So always please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, imbibe. Cheers, everyone.